And welcome, and hello. This is Total Spotfest. I am JJ. That is Jamie. Down there is Austin Reddick. I love it. So y'all can't see this, but since I'm on the broadcaster view here, I got little bubbles on the right that'll show each of our cameras while we're in like the starting screen or whatever. And I love it. The fact that I put the starting screen on, usually go get my W, which, go w.gg, use code Spotfest, get yourself 10% off. And I come back here, and you both are just like on your phones, and just like not paying attention whatsoever, because you know that I'm gonna come in just yelling, screaming, and always Austin goes, "Hey, I'm here, I'm awake."
I'm just used to tuning you out, so it's fine.
Yeah. He's like, we're well over like 13 years here. He's like, yeah, it's like nothing.
I was disappointed because you started the starting screen, you got to go get your dubby, and our sweet ass theme music played for a little bit, and then it stopped, and there was awkward silence for a bit. And I thought that show was just going to keep on looping, but it did not.
Oh, it did?
Triple Con, you're absolutely right, bud. 100%. We are making history. It is the best wrestling on the planet. Though I think CMLL might have some legs to stand on. I'm finally coming over to the luchador side, JJ.
Lucha's awesome.
So, yes. So, I mean, I like luchadors, but now I'm really finding appreciation for luchador.
Oh, yeah. It's not acquired.
I loved it. Now I really love it.
And then when you really get into it, then you start to really get the nuance of some of the stuff they do. And it's like, ooh.
I know. It's like you're going like, touch your tips, brother. Starting early, boys.
Starting early. It's been one of those days, it's been one of those weeks, So what's up, Joe guy? Hello to Goat, I guess it is. Welcome.
Goat.
Howdy.
The goat.
It's literally just a goat icon. I don't even know if his name is Goat.
What do you want to talk about? Well, we're gonna talk about Dynamite. We got a lot to talk about. JJ, why don't you run down the card? What we're talking?
We got a bit to talk about, so we're gonna get into tonight's Dynamite like we always do, and then of course a lot of happenings from this past week's Collision. We got to kind of bring into. We're a week and a half away from Redemption, so card building aplenty. Cards starting to fill out, like fat kid at the the birthday cake table, and believe it or not, SummerSlam is only about 2 weeks away too. So we got some stuff to get to. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. You are the one. Okay, sure.
The story. Yes, we already love you.
Welcome in.
You're already part of this.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like if you haven't already. And not just you, everybody watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for
share with your friends.
We appreciate you guys giving us some of your time. Find us on the internets at Total Spotfest. And again, go to our show. Go to our store. Our show sponsor w.gg. Use the code Total Spotfest. Get yourself 10% off. New shaker colors are in. Jamie got a little Royals themed one over there.
The blueberry. My daughter's turning into a blueberry. If you haven't know what that's from. Yes, we happened to get this one when we got our brand new, just right off the shelf, blue raspberry dubby, which I'm not the biggest blue raspberry guy in full transparency. And I tried this, and this is absolutely freaking delicious.
It's really good.
It is not like so blue raspberry in your face. It's actually like super solid. Big fan of it. It is, of course, shocker, a little light blue. But yeah, excellent. They're having sales all the time, guys. Make sure you use that discount code TOLSPOTFest. Save yourself 10%.
Get yourself up
on top of what the sales they're already doing.
And while we were warming up and getting ready to go live here, Jamie did put out there that ongoing goal. This is for the TikTok viewers there. For those who, please give us your thumbs up on YouTube as well. But for those of you on TikTok, we get to 25,000 hearts. We'll get a live bump a dubby from Jamie Faulkner. No idea if it's against terms of service or not. Who cares? Fuck it. Let's ball.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Alex, how's the East Coast been this week?
Man, it was we were just talking before we went on air. It was hot today, but not bad otherwise. It's always nice out on the East Coast, man.
There you go.
It's good. It's a good place for wrestling. Lots of wrestling's coming through the city of brotherly love too.
TNA's here in 2 weeks. NWA's running here for too long. AEW's doing Collision in Reading, which is not too far from us. So I can't remember if I told y'all about this or not, but I think we're gonna go and they do Collision in Reading because like just south of Reading in Lancaster, Lancaster. I don't know how. I'm sure someone from around here will correct me.
Lancaster.
But there is a place called the Maple Valley Smorgasbord, and apparently it's the largest buffet in the country, maybe even the world. So we might go hit that up and then go to some Collision in August whenever they're out there.
I mean, you're talking to two big boys here who
I
on their
fuck up a buffet, man.
Yeah. And remember, on our trip to Chicago, Jamie had 2 requirements. Did he want to go anywhere specifically? That's kind of a minor. No, his 2 requirements, Jamie, what were they?
Deep dish pizza, and then
Italian beef.
Chinese.
Italian beef,
Italian beef.
Italian beef. Didn't care what else we did. We could have gone, and he's has stuff that we recommend, but I have to get deep dish, and I have to get Italian beef.
Oh yeah.
And we're not such big boys now.
No.
I'm officially lost over 60 pounds since the beginning of the year, guys.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I'm not as big of a boy. I'm still a big boy, but I'm not like a mega boy.
Yeah, I've gone down 2 full sizes, and I'm still shrinking. So
yeah. Beautiful thing. Just in time for Dollywood going at the end of the month.
Gotta look your best for Dolly. I mean, you can.
I just want to ride the rides. And if Dolly is there, I would be more than happy to be part of her will.
How long are you going? You going like for just like a long weekend, or are you going for
a
whole week?
Because there's not a whole lot there, so we're just doing 2 days there, and then we're kind of doing like the whole Pigeon Forge thing. Like they got all sorts of fun stuff.
Okay,
so they got this really cool like Alcatraz thing that we're gonna do. It's called Alcatraz East, and it's like a true crime museum. Super cool. It has like a little baby escape room type thing. It takes like 10 minutes at the major. But they have that, and they have some other stuff. It looks super cool. They have Ted Bundy's Volkswagen Bug there. So
of course they do.
Of course, I'm gonna do whatever I can to possibly get a picture, at least on it, near it, whatever, because that's a piece of nostalgia. And like I need that in my life.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a good time.
Ted Bundy's.
It also confirms I am a sick fuck. So there you go.
That's okay. Well, trust me, I've been 13 years.
There was ever a question.
I've known that for well over a decade. Yes. All right. Well, hey, let's get it. We got a lot of wrestling to get to. We've all been tired. Work's been crazy. It's hot as hell out there. What also has been heating up is a little AEW. So yeah, I told you boys earlier, and I was years old when I remember that there's a pay-per-view in 10 days, and totally didn't even think it. It's like, oh, it's down the road. No, it's literally a week and a half away, right? Yep. So starting got to build that thing up, and boy, they fill it up pretty quick, right? Quick look back at Beach Break, and then they get right into it, doing the whole Death Riders promo, and then they bring out Cage and Copeland versus Death Riders, your first title match of the night. What are they doing with Death Riders? Do you guys really care that there's this kind of plurality in between face half and half not?
I mean, it doesn't seem to really matter.
Tap the canvas.
Yeah, like they were booing the heel contention earlier. They cheered Mox and them coming out to make the save later. Like, it's getting over, so can't really complain.
Okay, so it doesn't really bother you either way.
No, I mean, some more consistency would be nice, but they've been doing this for a while and it seems to be working. So like, can't really criticize.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Allow me to retort. I want to like this. I want to be like, oh, this is cool. This is different. They're giving NWO 2.0 vibes so bad. And you know what I mean? That's when we had Jeff Jarrett, Double J, Jeff Jarrett in there. Like, it was just like, we don't know what we are. we just want to be cool and hip right now. So we're going to be friends with some people and enemies with others. We're going to do some heel shit at the beginning of the show. Then we're going to do some face shit at the end. And no one's going to know the difference just because, we are the Death Riders. It's like, it gives me that whole thing. It's like, pick a lane. Like, that's where I'm at. Just pick a lane. And then with a cryptic, I'm going to stab somebody in the back vibe that John Moxley gave later in the night, which we'll definitely talk about. Yeah. I'm confused.
I generally would like to have one way or the other, 100%, right? And I feel like if the long play is to do the, like we've all speculated, the Moxley, turning on, Ospreay and all that stuff, right? So they can go back full heel. Get it. It's cool, right? I don't know. It's just, I don't think it matters to the audience really, but it's just a minor annoyance, I think.
So I'm gonna justify it really quick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna allow me to retort to Jamie's retort.
You can't retort a double retort.
I'm gonna Uno reverse that shit on him right now.
Yes.
So the more I think about it, here's why I don't mind it. Because when you look at Ospreay, Kenny, and Mox, they have been playing to Kenny not understanding why Ospreay's kind of intertwined with Death Riders, telling him not to trust Mox and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mox has more or less acted as a babyface for quite some time. But when he's sort of acting like one, but hey, man, all your boys that follow you around are literally just running out there and kicking the shit out of Edge and Christian for no reason. Like, it does kind of play into that bigger storyline of why Ospreay really should be careful around them. Because, yeah, Mox is showing up and saving his ass, and like the rest of Death Riders are saving him, but they're also doing a lot of heel shit at the same time. I don't mind the dynamic. I think they need to, and they will, go somewhere with it sooner rather than later. But it's not the worst for now.
Yeah. Just a food for thought there, And this match was totally fine. I think the other thing, too, is you kind of started, because, yes, we are a week and a half away from Redemption, but everybody is full throttle eyeballing their skull fucking England right now and all in. They're trying to figure that out. Because you got the Young Bucks watching from the crowd as Cope and Cage win, right? And then, of course, afterwards, you have Claudio the Dogs come out, and then the Bang Bang Gang comes out and saves them. We all know New Day, Motion Machine Guns are rumored to eventually be in the company. Not too far off. I feel like they're non-completes are getting close. And I can't remember which one of you said it, but it's like it screams 3 or 4-way ladder match at All In, So I feel like that's the way to go. Do what?
Give me some of that.
All right, well, let's do that, okay? Because I have 3 tag teams that are in AEW, 2 that I mentioned that are coming in, plus the Bang Bang Gang as well, which is involved in the storyline. Who's not in that ladder match?
The Bang Bang Gang aren't. The Dogs aren't. I think if you're doing that ladder match, it's at the most 4 teams.
Me too. 4 teams max.
Cage and Cope, Bucks, New Day, Guns. I think if you have any of those teams don't end up being available, don't end up signing, maybe the Guns don't come over. Maybe New Day doesn't come over. I think you drop it down. Because I think at the very, very worst case scenario, just finally doing the Bucks versus Cope and Cage is more entertaining than a multi-man ladder match where you're bringing in the Guns or the Dogs. Nothing against those guys. I like all of them. But I think if you're going to make it a multi-man, it needs to be all these legendary teams. If not, just do the Bucks versus Cope and Cage.
Jamie?
I could see, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
No Guns, no New Day. And a cat. But I could see it just being Bucks and the Dogs, Bang Bang Gang, and Christian and Cope.
All right, so no newcomers in.
Yeah, well, hello, Clint. Clint says hello. Hello.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? All right. Anyway, no, I think if they're gonna do that, that's it. That if they do anything, they'll add the 5th team, and then that would be the New Day.
5 teams, okay.
Which is overkill.
Agreed. I think that on paper, you think Bucks, Cage, and Cope cool, but Cage and Cope can't keep up, specifically Cope, with the Bucks, right?
I think the Bucks can make it work.
The Bucks can make anything work, 100%, right? But I feel like you want to re-encompass that speciality that you had with the ladder match bit, right? Yeah, because we're all just assuming big ladder match, right? Because that does make the most sense. The classic thing with Cage and Copeland has been 3 teams, right? The Hardys, Cage and Copeland, or Edge and Christian, and Dudleys. I think 4 teams makes the most sense, so I'm gonna max it at 4. I think you'll have the Dogs, Young Bucks, Cage and Cope, and then one of the incoming teams, more than likely the New Day. I don't think you'll have both. Even if they're both coming over to AEW, I don't think you'll have the Guns and New Day coming in and immediately going into that right away. Right? I think you'll have one, and then one of them's going to be delayed. I feel like as big a stage as this is, it leads its credence to the New Day more. Even though I'd like to see the Guns personally in this match, I feel like New Day fits better. And Bayman Game is just kind of intertwined with this. They're not necessarily really in the mix for the tag titles, at least not at this moment. So that's why I'm omitting them.
Yeah, I don't think they fit in at all.
Yeah. But the Dogs
some wins.
But the Dogs are square in the middle of all this. So even though they have no shot of winning.
I wouldn't say they don't have any shot.
Well, yeah, I will.
See, that's the thing. Like, I think that would be such a shocking play to have the Dogs walk out with it instead of the obvious winners.
It would be, but what in the history of the Dogs in AEW makes you think they're going to get those titles?
They held the trios titles for what, 3 days?
Whatever happened to the trios titles?
They're on the conglomeration. They had a promo tonight.
There was a dress tonight.
Thank you. But, I'm just saying, like, this is the first time it's been brought up since they won it.
The trios titles was a good idea.
Was it, though?
No, that was it. It stopped right the end. That's where it stopped.
No, there was a little overrun of goodness in the initial execution because you got the best of 7 with Death Triangle and the Elite.
That's true.
And they did that like immediately after the title showed up, and they were like, "Oh man, we're out of ideas for these belts now."
House of Black, here you go. The Acclaimed, yeah.
I do miss the Acclaimed.
Oh yeah, the Acclaimed with Daddy Ass, yeah.
Even after they split up, and there was that little bit of like, are they going to get back together with Bowens and Caster? And then it just kind of disappeared out of nowhere.
Well,
and now Bowens is in the ops.
Well, Bowens
and the ops are dead right now.
Ops are fucking. Oh my god, the ops are nothing without Samoa Joe. Period.
Yeah,
and even with Samoa Joe, they're not a whole hell of a lot. Caster, he's on hiatus. I don't even know where the hell he is. Right?
I don't know.
It just goes to show you sometimes the gimmick is bigger than the guys.
True that.
Speaking of which, Sheeta's gimmick has been outstanding. She put Harley Cameron out of action for an indefinite amount of time, and getting Queen Aminata getting a shot at her. So it's good to see Sheeta with this vicious run going on.
Benjamin J. Dixon, what's up, my friend?
What's up?
Hey, Future Shock Wrestling Pod. Make sure you guys are all following them there. He also covers MLW, which has been doing some really good work as of late, even with the exit of Baron Corbin. We can officially call him that again. But
I'd already completely forgot he showed back up.
As is par for the course, okay? Andrade does a quick little promo. He's got MJF's ring. There's all that thing, right? Little video promo with him on the beach down in Mexico, you know. So,
how you know?
How you know?
How you know?
Soon, you know.
How you know?
Which I like him kind of adding that a little bit in there, you know. And then there was a conglomeration promo where they basically said, this is the time. Everybody going to come up, step up to get these trios belts. Here comes Ricochet and the Demand, as well as whatever Jay Lethal's group is called now.
Swirl.
What is this?
The swirl.
I don't get the swirl thing.
Do you not know what a swirl is?
Moderately, kind of.
Okay. So a swirl.
It's like black and white.
It's an interracial couple, essentially, is a swirl.
Yeah, yeah. It's like what you do with, like, if sperm donors, and then you swirl and it goes in the thing.
Sure.
I'm not a doctor, but that doesn't sound accurate.
I took it a step further just for good measure.
You mix it around, gargle it, and then you spit it back in. No, that's not how it is.
No, yes, a black and white swirl. There's one white guy and two black. Okay, all right, yes, I got it. Yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna have you on one of these weeks, man, for sure. Anyway, so they jump but you got Ricochet there. It's you asked about the trios titles. There you are. The trios titles are still alive. Should they get rid of the trios titles?
I would rather see him do more with them before getting rid of them.
Okay.
I don't think they're like pointless. They just haven't given them much of a point in quite some time. But you can turn that around. Expand that.
What do you mean? I mean, I remember back like old pre-Tony Khan, old school ROH days, the trios titles or the 6-man titles, whatever they call it. It was a big deal. It was a real big deal back then, right? They also didn't have 18 different singles titles, so it made it a little bit different. What would you do to give it more emphasis?
You've got a gigantic roster. Some would call it bloated. I think it's just well-stocked. You've got a well-stocked roster of people that could wrestle their nuts off. Like, just start pairing them up. Like, all you got to do is make those titles seem important by having people being like, hey, we want to go after them. You've got plenty of people that aren't really in other stories. Just start ganging up and going at, like, that should be one of your titles that regularly changes hands. They like to do the PWG style multi-man fucking cool ass Spotfest match. Make that your trios titles match and start rotating those through.
Good idea.
So I think, gosh, I'm going right back to
go for it.
WCW days. Okay. Back when we were teenagers, JJ.
Back in the old days.
Back when we were young. They had certain titles that were on the Nitro show, and then they had certain titles that were on Thunder, right?
Yep.
Collision's a beautiful spot to have the trios titles defended every week and have new teams brought up, figure it out. Like, I don't know, have Dalton Castle and the Outrunners going for that belt. That'd be a fun ass match between them and the conglomeration. Oh,
they're 6-man champion already.
Exactly. Unify it.
There you go. I think that there lies a little bit of the problem is that was the idea. Remember, that was what Collision was supposed to be. And you were going to have, I know CM Punk's involved in this, but you're going to have Collision people and you're going to have Dynamite people. But they didn't want to do the full brand split like WWE did, right? Because to all their credit, SmackDown, Raw, separate titles only live in those realms 95% of the time. And just the avoidance of similarity has caused this like weird black hole of it's a little bit of everything. And unfortunately, it means that there's really only Dynamite matters throughout the week.
It's weird too, because Collision is normally good. And I don't get around to watching it every week because I'm just doing other shit on Saturdays.
The weekend.
But Collision is good. They 80% of the way treat it like a follow-up second show that's like not that far behind. The one thing Collision doesn't get is like big time matches.
Yeah.
That's it. Like now there's plenty of banger matches that just happen, but you're not advertising anything major on Collision. I think if they did, it would come up a bit. But I kind of don't mind the most important shit funneling to Dynamite because I'm going to watch that every single week. Collision's hit or miss depending on what I got going on. So like 1, 2 to 3 hour show, depending on how wild Tony Khan's getting that week.
Like 2.5 to 3 hours. Let's be real. These run over. Yeah.
That's a good amount of story to keep up with on a week-to-week basis.
I hear you, but I like, and Jamie's thought is, I want that to be the case, but then again, it's committing to 2 separate shows a week. Then it is on a Saturday. To Austin's point, there, right? Football season's around the corner, and I'm telling you, once football season hits, I have 0 chance of catching Collision live at all, flat out.
This is the first Saturday I'm going to actually have the opportunity to watch it because I have no softball this weekend. So I am watching wrestling for the first time on Saturday and God knows how long.
And their viewership and their goal for viewership is a lot lower because of a lot of those things, so they don't mind where it is at because of that. And to the point of when they first started Collision, they were trying real hard to make it SmackDown Raw separate, right? And now it's just most of the time it's just filmed immediately after Dynamite anyway.
Thank you for the follow.
Unless you're going to do a lot broader brand split thing. And maybe what you do is you kind of here's this food for thought, right? I'm just throwing this out here. And you tell me if I'm completely crazy or just,
You're completely crazy, but
lightly certifiable. Let me finish my thought first. We don't know. Okay.
Oh, we know, but we just want to hear the
Let's get you to bed, Grandpa. All right. You have ROH, which is streams somewhere, apparently. I don't fucking know. Half of ROH is on Collision or as it is right now. Okay. We're saying let's do some of this stuff here. You've already brought up, merging titles together. Make ROH the brand for Collision. Kind of make it into its own separate thing, right? And then you have people that are defined for Collision, ROH, and people that are defined for AEW, Dynamite. You can conglomerate some of those titles together, and you have a much clearer, definitive line between the two.
It's not the worst idea. I just don't think they need to really change anything with what's going on with Collision. I think Collision is what it is. I think they understand a lot less people are going to watch pro wrestling on a Saturday. And honestly, just asking your audience to tune in for 5 to 6 hours a week is a lot. I said, I don't mind like Dynamite. Dynamite's going to be the important show to watch. Anything that happens on Collision, they're going to cover on Dynamite. And it's all on Max on demand afterwards. So like if something cool happens, you can't go back and watch. I don't think there's an urgency to fix Collision to get more ratings. I think it does just fine in its time slot. Okay. It's something for TNT to throw out there on the weekends. I think instead of fixing Collision, I would rather see them bring back Rampage. Give me a 1 hour on Friday night of just like ridiculous matches. Like I want Rampage to come back.
So let me ask you this. Speaking of Rampage and Collision, what if they moved Collision to say Thursday night, and it went head to head with the old TNA.
I don't hate the idea. And I think when you think about production wise, it might be easier because you have a show on Wednesday. Maybe you go an hour or 2 hours away to another town. You can do a separate show on Thursday live.
Well, they've done a lot of back-to-back Dynamite and then taped Collision on Thursdays in the same building, just run it back-to-back nights.
Yeah.
I think instead of like, there's no reason to run up against TNA because no one's watching TNA anyways. Like,
No.
that's punching down.
TNA ship has failed, right?
I wouldn't mind Collision being on a little bit later on Friday nights. I'm usually doing less shit on a Friday night than I am a Saturday.
Yeah.
So like, you don't have to try and compete with SmackDown, but like maybe a 9 p.m. Eastern time start, something like that, just something later in the evening for when you don't have shit going on a Friday. I would tune in more often.
And just it's summertime. Austin went back to full stash here, a couple weeks ago. So
it is the stash of knowledge, Jess.
Yes.
It is.
We have no stash of knowledge tonight, but we always have a stash of knowledge with us with one Mr. Austin Reddick.
I still drop knowledge, just sometimes it's not in its designated zone.
I'm just not changing the scenes for anything like that. And is interesting we talk about this because this past week is one of those perfect examples of this, because this past week on Collision, we had the return of Adam Hangman Page, who came out, gave a little promo, explained he's a man of his word. He is never going to fight for the world title again. He's got to find something else. He wants other titles. And then it wasn't even mentioned at all tonight. Like, Hangman wasn't even a word that was said on your television this past evening. So here we go, boys. I know they were in Virginia for Collision, but weird timing. Yes, no. What the fuck are they doing with Hangman? And do you like his commitment to this bit of not ever fighting for the world title, which he should be in the picture ever again?
You go first, Jamie.
Okay. Okay. Heel turn incoming.
Okay. Predictable answer from
okay.
From
so
this
is what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
Please. And 80% of the time, I'm right every time. Okay. So that number keeps going up. That's right. Because it's fact. So he's saying all the right face things. I'm never going to do it. I'm never. Because that's what faces do. Faces live up to their word. Heels could give two shits about their word. And there's another heel out there that he's had some beef with, but they became friends again, kind of. And it's kind of not doing much. What if those two paired up and went on an absolute rampage and caused chaos amongst the entire roster? Swerve and Hanger as heels working together, just decimating everything, going for that belt, and eventually they're gonna have to cross paths and like see who wins between the two, and that's when you might get a face turn at that point, or he's just gonna go after the belt and say, you know what, I lied, F you guys, I want this belt, and he takes it. Then you get the Swerve thing. I don't know, but I think Swerve and him are gonna have some like a heel run together.
Well, him and Swerve are bound together for the rest of their careers.
Yes,
certainly so. But
I would like to see them paired together for a hot minute too, as heels.
All right. So Jamie had the predictable he's turning heel answer here. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. What about you? Is it weird he came back on a random Saturday night? And what are we doing with this? What do you feel about with the whole like gimmick? Where you stand on all this shit?
Yeah. So I think they just trot him out there on Collision because they were in Virginia. Send the hometown guy out. The fact that they didn't address it or follow up tonight makes me think like he's not back full time particularly soon. Might be back in time for All In to do something. I like the idea of a face hanger spending a good long while going after the other titles. Let him be the first guy to win all of them. Not at the same time, obviously, but
Oh, the Ultimate Grand
That's
Slam.
a fun little.
I was like, you're going Kurt Angle from TNA here on me.
Yeah, like he could become Continental Champion, International Champion, TNT Champion, National. Like he could be the first guy to win all the singles titles that are available there in AEW, and you could get a lot of run out of that, and then have him turn heel and go back on his word and go after the world title like a year from now, 18 months from now, even. Mm-hmm. I don't think we have to jump right to that. We've seen 2 Hanger world title runs. The last one, the chase was great. Then he got it. And like the reign itself wasn't great. He's obviously talented enough. We've always said he's the main character of the company. He could be your world champion. He doesn't have to be. I think having a really over, really good in the ring babyface, bringing up some of your mid-card heels, going after these other titles, I think there's a lot of value to the show in that.
I think you're not wrong, and you're not wrong on either of those fronts. And no, he doesn't have to be the champion. To Jamie's point, which he said so many times, I can't even count it anymore, but for him, it's not about being a champion. He's always about that chase, right? And I agree with all that. He is one of your cornerstones of your company for the next 15 years, 10 to 15 years, right? There's zero chance, and we all know zero chance he's never not going to hold that belt again at some point.
Oh, he will eventually, for sure.
And I understand Jamie's point. It is the quickest path between 2 points. Okay, it's the straightest line. Turn him heel, right? Turn him heel. Fuck my word. Let's go, right?
Love it.
I think it's Ospreay. I think it's Ospreay more because, okay, we're all under the assumption Ospreay wins the belt in England, as we have been for, I don't know, 8 months. We know there's a Mox program involved with that. There's going to be a Swerve program somewhere involved with that, we assume as well too, right? All these things. Something that Ospreay has also been very candid about is Hanger as a top guy, as a world champion, as somebody in this picture, right? I think it's champion Ospreay, whether it's this first run or maybe in a year when he loses it, gets it back, whatever it may be, that brings Hangman back into that, maybe begrudgingly against his will, maybe as a heel. I think it's Ospreay who gets Hangman to be back in the picture, but it definitely felt like oh yeah, we're in my hometown, so I'll pop in real quick, but I'm not back moment.
That's the vibe I got from it.
Yeah, I mean, excellent point here, VJ, on the Ospreay Swerve Hangman 3-way.
Yes.
That's explosions and pants right there.
That's touching tips and swirling right there.
That's definitely touching tips. That's like hands across America, but like tips across America.
You pulled out hands across America.
Touching tips across America. But
almost made it. Just a couple breaks. Just a couple little breaks there.
Yeah. Watch Beer Fest. That's all Seriously. I gotta say. But I would love to see him do the face run for a hot minute, but then like seeing somebody that he feels doesn't deserve the World Heavyweight Championship, it will set him off. I think that might be the thing. Maybe it's a part-time thing, something. Because you know how Hanger gets. And I'm wondering when that would be. And it might be next year when that happens, but a face run towards everything, become the first ever Grand Slam champ does sound good.
Down the road here for sure. And I agree. And you guys know my stance on this. The best Hanger was that angry face-ish, like that I compared him so much to Steve Austin during that time, right? But that angry face Hanger, where he's technically a good guy, but he's doing bad guy shit, and he's not a full bad guy, but like I feel like that's kind of that gray area we need him to be at, right? Also, if you didn't catch Collision last week, you missed that Mark Davis may have a foot fetish.
He might, guys. He might. We don't know.
If you don't know what I mean, go back and watch Mark Davis's match against Speedball Mike Bailey. Fucking excellent match, by the way. Ridiculous match. Give Mark Davis his flowers, please.
I was say I saw people bitching online that Speedball was putting over Mark Davis, and like those people do not understand. Mark Davis is being pushed. He has been for months now. Like,
yeah,
even though it was Dr. Stoppage, he got to win over fucking Ospreay. Like, they're all in on Mark Davis,
and he does great work. Like,
he's outstanding.
Fuck you guys for saying why is Speedball? He's a champion. Last time I saw it, somebody's got hardware and somebody doesn't.
He fits into a good role with the Don Callis family, where he's not front and center. He has one of those ancillary belts, but he's a very critical I love me some Mark Davis.
He's losing it.
I like that the Don Callis family has like a pretty clear distinction between like top Don Callis guys and goons. And like Mark Davis just somehow moved his way out of just being a henchman to being like a made guy in the family. And I'd love to see it. At
some point in time, we're gonna do a ranking system. Maybe you can start prepping this for one of your October bits that we're gonna do here in a few months. By the way, you guys haven't been around for our Octobers. It is Jamie's special season because it's spooky time, and we always do some crazy weird.
I got this behind me, guys.
For the second year in a row, I'm foregoing a concert I really want to see because it conflicts with our Halloween special night. By the way, I'm just putting that out there. Okay.
Yes. And this year's Halloween special is going to be amazing.
It's going to be outstanding. Yes. But I'm missing seeing Brand New live. They're
man.
I know. I've never seen them live. But I am committed to not just the bit, but I'm committed to the show.
Halloween special.
But anyway, I think we should at some point. I mean, I can't miss. I said I can't miss the Halloween special.
It's like Christmas, but better.
So what I was saying is, you got to think about, because what my point was, when you look at the Don Callis family, like you were saying there, Austin, because you have the certain guys in certain roles. For example, the Murderhawk Monster, Lance Archer, only comes out like at certain times with Don Callis as like the personal bodyguard. It's weird, like their little mix. And Roppongi Vice is definitely the low henchman,
the Virgils. Let's just call them the Virgils because that's what they are.
Oh, trust me, you do not want to miss this year.
It's always a good time.
Go back and look at our library, and you'll see them.
Yeah, and for those of you on TikTok, go check us out go check our library out on YouTube. It's at Total Spotfest over on YouTube. Go watch the past couple years Halloween specials. We have and this year is going to be chef's kiss amazing. We've already started working on it. That's how great it's going to be.
Yeah, just last year we dressed up as our favorite managers.
Mm-hmm.
Year before that was our favorite
commentators.
I was Bobby Brain Heenan. Shocker.
Yep. I did the whole thing in a gorilla mask.
Yes. The year before that, I dressed up as Austin Reddick.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, like, dude, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
And seeing Austin Reddick as Don Callis might be one of the greatest moments of my life.
It was so good. And we're not giving you any spoilers, anybody watching, okay? We're just telling you, you don't want to miss this year's Halloween special. Flat out. 100%. So you did have Don Callis. So Jake Doyle, Andrade El Idolo. If Andrade wins, he gets a match against Mark Davis. At Redemption, it turns out, is where that match is going to happen. Of course, Andrade wins, but this was nice. I also like. What are your thoughts on? I love the edited shirt.
I'd get that on TV. I appreciate that.
It's for the people.
Yeah. I mean, Andrade, for whatever you think of this, he is 100% committed to this bit. And when nobody was understanding the whole how you know thing, he just sticks with it and gets so over. So he gets a shot at Mark Davis. And then you have real quick recap of Kenny Omega winning the title last week. And out comes Kenny Omega for his championship celebration with a very craft board Omega symbol in the ring. That's all I could think of. I was just like, Did all the wives get together and go to Hobby Lobby? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Like, did we have to do this as a championship celebration? Couldn't it be new AEW champion Kenny Omega? Or we'll just hear from Kenny Omega? Like, if you're not going to do the if you're not going to be committed to the bit and go all in on the celebration, like, can we get one streamer? Can we get like anything besides their makeshift Omega side?
The Omega collage.
It was a very nice collage. Just like get some more shit around it. Make it seem like a big deal.
Like a graduation party.
It was a thing. You know, they tried, I guess, right?
Hey, something different, right? Bucks come out and give him back the black and gold, right? So give him back the black strap, you know, get rid of the triple B.
Everybody likes a big black strap. It's truth. Facts.
And then out comes Will Ospreay, right? And he does a mostly kind of hype it up, good boy, you know, attaboy sort of promo, this and that. And next couple, you know, as we get going here, we're gonna start getting at each other and all this stuff. But I love you, man. That whole thing, right? Cool. Here comes Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight with one of the most Jamie-esque, justifications I think I've heard in a while. It's like, well, MJF had promised me a championship match, and you now held the belt, so you owe me a championship match. That's 100% something you would say.
That's girl match.
But a pretty good promo, except for the fact that Will Ospreay can't say Maxwell.
No, Omega can't say Maxwell.
Oh, sorry. Omega, whatever.
Maxim Jacob Friedman.
Maxim.
Yeah, the first time I was like, all right, slip-ups happen. Like, no worries. But like then 3 more times, like I guess he just cannot say Maxwell for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't get it. It cracks me up though.
I felt like it was a little too long on the mic for Kenny Omega, who is not known for his speaking ability.
No,
which is Kenny Omega. He doesn't have to be great on the mic, but he didn't need to talk for that long to get the same point across.
Kenny's best time on the mic was when he was the head of the Bullet Club, but it was never long-winded. It was always real short.
Yeah.
Which is the weird part, because I mean, Ospreay even throws the thing out there that you're, talking, hyping up Omega, saying you're gonna show everybody how you're one of the greatest to ever do this, right? You know. But yeah, he's never really been particularly good on the mic, even in New Japan.
He's just been okay. He has definitely been one of those, I let my wrestling do most of my talking for me.
Yeah.
But he's had enough charisma that it got him past that, because his in-ring charisma is there. It's just his mic skills aren't. So like on the Lance Storm spectrum of yes, of inability to talk and lack of charisma, but amazing in-ring skills, he is like 5 Lance Storms.
Hey, the Lance Storm's whole "if I could be serious for a moment" bit was outstanding. That was gold.
It was, but it was like, because it was just so bad, it was great. And like, that's the great thing about wrestling. When shit's bad, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, and like quick little aside, do y'all remember like during the later Attitude Era when they gave Dean Malenko a ladies' man gimmick?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a few swings and misses on some of them gimmicks back then, right?
I had no real follow-up to that. I just remembered it and it was funny.
Yeah.
There's been so many great bad gimmicks.
The Shockmaster.
The Shockmaster was hilarious because it literally went down in flames in 1.1 seconds of it being announced.
So, have y'all ever listened to What Happened When, Tony Schiavone's podcast?
A little bit. I'm not religiously. Yeah.
He goes they're usually just covering a random show or time in WCW, but there's one where he talks about the whole Shockmaster thing and how they.
I think I have caught parts of that. Yeah,
it ended up just basically being they had a very loose idea and nobody fleshed it out. So like the day of, they're like, "All right, where's the mask?" And everyone's like, "I thought you were making the mask. No, I thought you brought the like." So that's why it ended up being a stormtrooper helmet.
They went to Walmart and bought a stormtrooper helmet and covered it in glitter.
if you got a long drive ahead of you at some point in time or a couple hours to kill and nothing to do, you'll find it. It's on Spotify. Find what happened when Matoshi White. We talked to this. It's a really funny story about how that all just went so horribly wrong.
I'm gonna be in Tennessee. I gotta drive to Tennessee, so I'll be able to listen.
Perfect.
I'll make my wife listen to it. She's gonna love it. Just love it so much.
And if you don't want to do that, you can definitely listen to us on Spotify as well. We are on there as well at Spotfest. Brodito versus hey, they still work here. Aaron Solo and Nick Camarado.
Still don't understand how that guy wrestles in a sweater, but whatever.
Hey, once again, some of us have to put up with this. It is the plight of the hairy man, okay? It's all right.
It's not a fucking hairy man. That's a Sasquatch, bro.
That is a pelt.
It is. Like, you kill him and you put he can wear his skin as like a blanket in the winter.
Yes. You see me without my shirt on, man. You know, I empathize with you, Nick, okay? Brodito getting good push on this show, okay? And then my match of the night, Kyle Fletcher versus Commander. Oh,
I think that was match of the night for anybody with eyes.
I mean, Jamie, you have not been a Commander fan in the past.
Yep.
What did you feel about this match?
Still not a fan of him.
Okay.
But he was better. And again, I think it's just because I have a more of appreciation for luchadors now because I am getting more into the flippy spinny. As much as I love the strong technical style, you know what? I blame Hechicero, honestly.
Ooh. Hechicero is your luchador gateway drug.
First 100%. Of all, Hechicero has never done anything wrong ever, so write that down.
Yeah, like he is my gateway into actually paying attention and giving a fuck. I think the main reason I started to wane from them was Sin Cara and WWE and how bad he was there.
Okay.
And then now looking at Mystico now, you're just like, I'm so glad you're free.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one of those things. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
back to this, he did fine. Like he was a little bit faster than he was before. Like he didn't take 30 seconds to set up a move and all that stuff, which I used to bitch about with him. But it also helps when you are wrestling the Shawn Michaels clone and Kyle Fletcher.
I mean,
Kyle Fletcher is an incredible base for luchas.
He's an incredible base for anybody.
That is,
I
think
Super
Destroyer.
The Super Destroyer, bro.
There was very early on in the match, like one or two moves in, he took an arm drag out of something that was just absolutely gorgeous. You never thought an arm drag was coming. I can't remember what they did, but Commander caught with an arm drag out of nowhere. Kyle Fletcher, just like he might move around the ring better than literally anyone else on the planet right now.
I mean, he took it was like a reverse springboard Hurricane Rana, and his legs were on either side of the top row on the middle rope. He still cleared it, got over with nothing. I saw him the way he was standing. I saw the move set up, and I go, he's gonna get a leg caught. Nope. Kyle Fletcher's a god. And my personal favorite of this whole thing, this match was outstanding. I loved everything, right? You know. Kyle Fletcher doing the whole hit me thing, right? And then eventually turns into he starts to get the offense, do this, and then he does that one super kick that Kyle Fletcher turns into the fucking Looney Tunes cartoon with the little birds around his head and falls down on his ass. I mean, it's just like I know I'm a one-string banjo when I talk about his selling the best since Shawn Michaels, but he's the best since Shawn Michaels, and maybe it could be better one day. Who knows, right? It's possible. I know that's a broad strokes here. Broad strokes.
That's a bold statement.
Hey man, that's how we get views.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
And drink your dummy.
So the good really happened after the match. So Fletcher, of course, wins, retains his title. Okay, he is a beast. He's a beast, and I'm not skipping over your last comment. I'm actually gonna circle back to that in just a second here, BJ. So out comes Takeshita, right? Takeshita makes the save because he's gonna rip off Commander's mask, right? So Takeshita makes the save, right? Which brings out Okada, right? And if you have eyes, you obviously see London triple threat for that title, yes, right? But then you add a little Bandito in the mix. Here we go.
Yeah, that match at Redemption is going to be absolute flames.
It's going to steal the show. I'm calling now. I don't care what else is on this card, and I already know what some of the other matches are on this card. This is going to steal the show. I am going to predetermine match of the night.
That's a bold statement for a card that has the Painmaker on it. We'll get to that.
I 100% still stand by my statement.
I was trying to avoid
what
that.
The hell was that? So dumb. So dumb. I used to love Jericho. I used to love him.
I see the hilarious thing is, for those of you listening to, you can't see the pain in Jamie's face is palpable. It's fantastic.
I mean, if it wasn't for Chris Jericho, I would have just been stuck in the 90s, like early 90s, and like,
with good reason. Yes.
Chris Jericho was so good in WCW. He was the reason I started watching WCW. Was him.
Okay.
And then the Luchas. He was so good in WCW, and he was really good in WWE. And then he reinvented himself like 3 times in WWE and 2 times work. And then this shit.
And now we're in the stage of, let me just rehash an old gimmick.
Tommaso Ciampa better like literally murder him.
It's an old gimmick and not even a particularly good one.
It was one of his lower gimmicks. You're not wrong. It was weird when he did it in New Japan. And yeah, just whatever.
Lionheart's next because they're gonna 50-50 book this as shit. He's gonna face the faces of Jericho. So he's gonna do the Lionheart.
Yeah. Well, BJ, you put out there his promos are more conversational. I honestly like it that way. That's just you, okay? I don't disagree with that. I think that his promos in front of people, yes, they are that way there too. The gold in Kenny's promos is stuff like he did backstage, right? So he was backstage there. Out comes Darby, right? You know, because Darby got involved with all the fracas going on there earlier with Kevin Knight, right? Darby's got a match next week against Kevin Knight. And to his credit, I really like Darby in this promo, okay? That, hey, you need to make him punish. You need to punish him and take something away from him, right? You know, doing all that stuff, right? And the whole time, there's a kind of, I don't want to say apathetic Omega, but kind of like a, oh God, yeah, sure, whatever. He even just goes, you do what you gotta do, kid, right? You know, and that's the type of Kenny Omega promo I like. Of course, we got the gold, like you mentioned earlier. Out comes Moxley into this. I mean, a little bit on the nose foreshadowing here, Austin, the eventual where I'm going to turn on Will Ospreay moment, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's also like, that seems like a natural next step to the story of the Death Riders bringing Ospreay back. Yeah, to go back to Kenny's promos being conversational, he's perfectly fine when they're talking back and forth. And that was the problem with this promo earlier in the night, is they just let him keep talking for like 4 straight minutes to Kevin Knight, and it like was running out of steam. Just let the other guy get some lines and go back and forth, and you're good.
Well, Kevin Knight hasn't gotten there quite yet, Jamie, in his promo skills. That's he tries real hard. He's gotten a lot better, but he's still, you could see his gears turning a little too much. He's trying to remember what to say.
Yeah, the youth of him is starting to show in his promos, but I mean, he's trying. And
that's the only way you get better is by doing.
Yeah, but like you could do it off air and make sure you got your shit on lock, and then once you're on air, or you pre-record this stuff and make sure it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't
needs to be on
bad.
pre-records.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was bad. He's just a noticeable difference you can see, especially.
So the thing with Kevin Knight is he seems like he's trying to play a character instead of just being a character. And there's little spurts and bits and pieces where stuff does come off natural. But yeah, right now it does seem like he's just trying to repeat his lines because he doesn't know how to naturally be a bad guy yet. But he's going to get there.
Well, I mean, and to that point, there was a promo before the main event where, Don Callis is just chastising Kenny Omega and all this stuff. And then he goes away and Kevin Knight's talking to Renee, and out comes Speedball. Speedball still loves him, right? And tells him, it's like he sees through this, that he knows that it's like, and I kind of like that, even though I agree that heel Kevin is much better overall, right? But I like that little element there that they're putting that seed that maybe he's not a heel, really. Maybe they're giving him an out, basically, story-wise, depending on how things go in the next 4 months.
Yeah, they're just also giving some depth to the character. Like, that's much more interesting than, well, I was a good guy, I'm a bad guy now because I beat up Darby Allin, so, like, that's just where we're at. Like, this is something AEW tends to do really well. Going all the way back to Hanger losing his shit because people were cheering for Swerve, who was clearly the bad guy, then going his whole redemption. Like, characters have development, and it's not just, well, I've been a bad guy forever, but now I turn to beat up a bad guy, so I'm a good guy now. Let's just move on to the future. Like, I like that there's some growth and development there along the way.
You almost said some gropes.
Some gropes. There's some gropes and gropes.
Yeah.
Some gropes and some touching tips.
Touching tips, brother.
Brought to you by Debbie.
I do like this onion layer that they gave him. Yeah. I do like it because I do like the depth. And there is something more to it. And this gives him an out if this just says, is it working? Which it kind of feels like it's not. But it also can make it work even more if he leans into it and really turns on the people that love him, blah, blah, blah. And then you can get the super heat, and that could go that way. So let's just see how they play it out. Hopefully he gets a little bit better on the mic. But if he doesn't need to, because he's got Don freaking Callis talking.
Well, there lies the thing. And I think that we look at the strata that is the Don Callis family and kind of all the balls he's juggling, right? Because you're gonna have at some point Fletcher and Okada maybe not turn on each other, but go at it for the belt with Takeshita. You got all these other things here. You got, Kevin Knight throwing shade at Fletcher, right? So there's angles, there's ways they can go with this, which makes me happy. Okada and Fletcher did have a promo. Fletcher accepted the challenge from Bandito, and then of course Okada's sitting there like, oh, anybody, right? Kind of perked up. I love the subtleties of Okada. I know you've long preached all this, but I just love the subtleties in AEW of Okada. It's glorious.
I love the fact that Okada makes a decent paycheck to most of the time not do fuck all on Dynamite. Like literally just
100%.
Stand in the background and be cool.
Yeah.
Like all-time great worker.
Speaking of all-time great workers, there's a Darby Allin match tonight.
Why? And that's not even a knock on Darby. This show went like 30 minutes over time. The main event didn't start until after 10 p.m. Eastern time. Like, why did we need Darby and Brian Cage here?
Served no purpose. And Jamie, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm glad because for all the praises I gave one Darby Allin about all of his great matches that he had to go back and go, you know what? I'm good at? Getting the shit kicked out of me for 98% of a match and then finding a way in the last 2 seconds.
Like, hey, why don't you monkey press me off of the corner rail head first? Do it.
Yeah. This is the dumbest shit, man. Like, I get that This is what happens when he goes against anybody who's slightly bigger than him. He has to do that. I can take as much punishment as humanly possible. It is okay to be a small guy and outmaneuver people. It is fine. And honestly, Brian Cage moves like a smaller dude. He does. Why not have a great match with that? But no, you just had to show off that you can take as much pain as humanly possible, like we've seen you do for the past 6 fucking years.
We're so.
I'm not a Darby guy.
We're so back.
I didn't even mind the match itself. Just like that could have been on Collision.
Could be an email. 100%.
You could. Yeah, this match could have been an email. Oh, that's a good T-shirt idea. It's just, I'm with both of you there. I didn't see the point of this. Yes, I know he's feuding with Kevin Knight, and Kevin Knight's technically in the Don Callis family, so whatever, right? I like Darby's little interaction with Kenny Omega. We could have left that for our Darby's. That could be our Darby Allin for the night, okay? Kind of like they did with the Brawling Birds, right? Get the Brawling Birds out there, have them be British, talk about getting pissed and, sad that England lost, so they're going to go drink more. But they want the titles.
They are the most confusing team of all time, and I start to enjoy it more and more. Like they're kind of faces, but also don't come out as a face in front of any American city and talk about England losing the cup, because we're going to start a USA chant every time. Always going to happen.
Therein lies. Again, I want to see him like turn the British up to like 30, not even 11. Go super, become like stupid, super British, right?
I don't think Jamie Hayter could get any more British.
I agree.
I think there's room. I think there is. I'm just saying. Main event was a female main event. All right, so you got the somewhat not shocking, but okay. The pairing of Mercedes Moné and Divine Dominion, who they still haven't defined any of this, right? But I digress. Versus Willow Nightingale, Maya World, the It Girl, and Hyan.
She was there to eat the pin.
Pretty much.
100%.
I mean, and again, nothing against Hyan, okay?
No, she's talented.
She is.
I don't know. This match just kind of felt I felt this was weird, right? It's like there was a little bit weird flow to it. And obviously you have this as your main because you're in Boston. There's Mercedes Moné. She was in like maybe 5% of this match.
Yeah. Protect her.
Yeah, it was a weird way to end the show. Like, you also Mercedes. I mean, I know Willow's challenging Tekla at Redemption, so maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe you would get Willow and Mercedes at All In if Willow is successful, but they're not like, they don't have a match on the books coming up soon. So like, it wasn't even, they're in the middle of this feud and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It was just very much, it seemed like, well, we're in Boston, let's put Mercedes in the main event.
And I get that, but this match, I just didn't understand the point of this match, right? Last week, what you did with everything, with this kind of interaction between the two, and then you had the Divine Dominion, I liked all that, right? I mean, Tekla's nowhere to be found. You just it just didn't really mean stakes,
Well, she's going to Stardom. That's what she's doing.
Well, I understand that. I know that. I know they got people that are doing double duty and going over to Japan. They got the G1s coming up for some of them, and there's stuff going on. I get that, right? I don't know. Just what are you guys' thoughts on the non-zero possibility of that women's match in London being a triple threat?
I hope it is.
I do too.
I actually do too.
I would be very into a triple threat, and I could see any three of those women winning. That's why I'm in on the triple threat. Like, it's rare you get one where it's all three people, like any of them could leave with this.
I'm mostly in on that because that would mean that Tekla doesn't have to turn face. You have a face, babe, Willow. That would also mean you'd have potentially two triple threat matches. You'd have that, then you'd have what we assume could be the Okada, Takeshita, Fletcher.
I think they'll add Bandito, make that a 4-way.
Make that a 4-way. Okay.
But even if you don't, I think you get away with 2 triple threat matches if it's those 2 triple threat matches.
I'm good with that because I mean, look what you're getting with those. Both of those.
They make sense story wise. It's not just adding a third wheel to get them on the card. Like there's a very natural flow to having both those triple threat matches at All In.
And I think, and you guys tell me what your thoughts are. I feel like triple threats have a certain kind of je ne sais quoi that, because sometimes you get the 4-ways and then the more, it feels like you just putting bodies out there, right? Like a good 3-way, good triple threat can feel like dancing, almost between, especially like take the men's, for example. You put Fletcher, Okada, Takeshita in a match together. Yes, make it 40 minutes or more. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about this match. I'm gonna give you some positives about the match.
There we go.
I thought I did an excellent job of showing how good the women's tag team champions are. I thought Divine Dominion looked good. I think I still believe strap a rocket ship to Maya World right now. She looked absolutely phenomenal. Mercedes did just enough, which is exactly what she needed to. She had the big henchman. She didn't have to do anything. I think that's the whole point. And I think that's the thing that we were all forgetting too, is a little bit, is she didn't have to do anything because she had those 2 mountain of women, and each of them are just, they're good. They're really good together.
They are.
Megan Bane's gotten a ton better.
Oh yeah.
And their entrance is fire now. Like, I like everything about them. I thought
their music
finally they're not on a buy-in,
Still not on their music, huh?
Their music is so bad.
I don't like them doing the little sound over part. I like the music by itself.
See, I like that. I like it all. I think it goes very well with what they're trying to do with that.
I don't like the sound, the voiceover.
My problem with Divine Dominion is Megan Bain does not look threatening at all to me.
Really?
Yeah. She still doesn't know what to do with her face.
Okay, all right. You got a point there.
Yes.
Like Lena Cross is good. Like when she's in there beating ass, she's good at looking kind of mean and stuff. Megan Bain just like, she looks kind of nice most of the time, even though she's supposed to be like this big mean Amazon.
She has the one face.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's weird because it's like, I remember that was the same old argument against Johnny Gargano, is like he has one face.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
But like when she started getting into the black and gold and all that, Gargano started to show some emotion and stuff. Megan Bain just makes the same face all the time. Now it seems like we're trucking along to the Brawling Birds, taking those titles off of it All In, which makes a lot of sense and would be a good match.
Yeah.
We need more out of the women's tag division. Like, hopefully post All In, because that's what we're going to, clearly. Like, hopefully we do, but that's my other big thing about Divine Dominion. You've had no one to challenge them. You've had no one to like really give them any trouble, but not in a we're heels and we're dominating kind of way. It's just more in a, well, we don't have any actual tag teams, so we're just throwing local against them.
The problem is they do though. Therein is the biggest frustration with this, right? All right. So you got the other 2, you got the Sisters of Sin, over in the Triangle of Madness, right? They throw up against them and they're just punching bags. So they're, Inspiration is signed. They're there. Where are they?
Ring of Honor occasionally, and that's about
it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have the bodies and the women here to do this stuff, right? I generally think I don't know. It kind of gets to my circular point about the booking in the women's division, is that you start with a good idea, you get one piece of that sentence formulated, and then you forget how the English language works.
I mean, you're not wrong.
The women's division largely just revolves around, it was Tony and Mercedes and Tekla, and everyone else is just kind of like maybe Willow, but like outside of that, it's just if we have some time for you, we'll give you a quick little match. But like they just There's nothing really fleshed out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to see every week on Dynamite? Give me a second women's match, but make it like a 3 to 4 minute squash. And start trying to find someone locally that gets over with your crowd. Like, they're going to lose every time, but like, you're in a different city each week. Give me a 3 or 4 minute squash where the person you're bringing in gets a couple things in, and just start trying to find if you can flesh out this roster with some people that are unsigned right now. Like, they need more bodies.
I think they have the body. I mean, they have enough women here. I just think they don't have enough to do. And I'm going to take this back here. And I don't know, Austin, you have not been the biggest steward or student of old school TNA, right? But Jamie, back when TNA did the basically the women's revolution before the women's revolution was actually was done, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had all these segments, the beautiful people, Gail Kim, Taylor, all these people, right, that they would do. And you have segments in the back, you have, different interviews and stuff. Like, you have one promo, sometimes out in front in the ring or with Renee out front, and one match every night, every week. There's nothing in passing, right? There's no little bits here or there, or any of that stuff, unless it's Willow or Chris as part of a bigger group with somebody else. So you don't give a shit about any of these women because you haven't given me a reason to. You just throw them out every once in a while and be like, hey, go wrestle.
And there's not enough characters in the women's division right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you make a character.
A lot of them are just interchangeable bodies to eat pins from Mercedes, Willow, Tony, or Tekla.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because I thoroughly enjoy Queen Aminata, but she's got a name, she's got a look, she doesn't really have a character.
Nope.
Chris Statlander was kind of an alien, is an alien. Now she's just she's your workhorse, but there's not really a character there.
Nope. Where's Deonna Purrazzo?
Ring of Honor. And rehabbing an ankle.
True, right? Billy Starks tied up with Ring of Honor with Athena storyline. Ring of Honor's got stuff for women. I mean, Ring of Honor's got
Zeta Steele's over there.
She's doing great things over there, but then nobody sees it. But when she wasn't over there, what was she doing? They just throw her out for a match every once in a while. Go wrestle.
I personally think they need to bring in somebody specifically for the women's roster, to figure something out, rebrand some of these people, something what Sheeta's doing, absolutely great. But Sheeta's been there, and right. It's she's a known commodity. Why can't we I mean, Anna Jay, I don't know if her ship has sailed, but you could heat her up for a TBS run.
Is she gone?
Anna Jay's ship has sailed long time ago.
I mean, I agree, but maybe you could repackage her into something different. You never know. How sometimes a refresh does a lot for a wrestler, and maybe they rebrand some of these people, put people together that have never been put together, and do it that way. I don't know, but there's definitely a cosmic shift that needs to happen to that roster.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to throw Madison Rayne under the bus, right? Because but she was brought in to do that. What Jamie just said. And
she's mid as hell, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Her most successful part was being the third wheel and the beautiful people. But that worked as well, too. So she should know. Anyway, whatever. Well, that was Dynamite. Again, we're a week and a half away. We have the card mostly booked out there. We got Tekla versus Willow. We got Kenny versus Kevin Knight. You do have Andrade going up against Mark Davis for the national championship. Still weird to say that as an actual wrestling thing. Whatever. I know it's an old school wrestling thing, Austin. Relax. And there's some more stuff going on there too with that. So we do have that. We do got a week later, boys. That's right. 2 nights of grand old fun up in Minnesota. SummerSlam, where all your Minnesotans are getting feature matches, and nobody's probably going to win those. So that includes Chad Gable finally getting a shot at the Intercontinental title.
So, like, on paper, the SummerSlam card looks like a perfectly fine show.
Good.
How they're getting there leaves some things to be desired. But, like, on paper, the card so far looks all right. Like, Gable versus Penta is probably going to be great. Punk versus Cody, if you're into the WWE way of doing things, is probably a pretty big deal. Seth versus Roman, again, if you're into the way WWE does things, big deal.
For what's worth, I will watch Seth Roman any time. I'm fine with that. Just as a match.
Like, they're putting together an okay card, but there's like no reason to watch the weeks of TV leading up to it because like it's just going to be dumb. Also, Baron Corbin's back for reasons. And I like Baron Corbin, but like you didn't do anything with him when you had him there before. What are you doing different now?
Exactly. But there is big news. They did do a vignette for Big Cass. And there's a good chance Enzo's going to show up, and we could possibly hear arguably one of the best tag team entrances of all time.
Yeah.
I don't want them as a tag team. Give me a Big Bill. He'll never be cast to me again. He is Big Bill for all eternity to me, as far as I'm concerned. Give me a singles push with him with Enzo as his mouthpiece. I think that's a lot more entertaining than just having them tag.
You have to run it back, though.
You can still do the whole bit, just like don't make Enzo wrestle because he sucks at it.
Just don't make Enzo
that's
wrestle.
fair.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be the same thing no matter how you do that, right?
So the moment he comes back, if they launch a soft shirt, SAWFT, I will buy it. But it has to be the moment he comes back. It can't be like 3 months later. Then they finally this is what the gimmick.
They'll have it on WWEshop.com before the promo's over.
Perfect. I will buy one. I've not bought a wrestling shirt in so long.
I haven't either. I've been trying to. I still have so many shirts. So many shirts.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I got one. It's been quite some time.
It's been a little bit. I do remember though that Enzo and Cass call up, because that was back in the days where the NXT call ups like post Mania, it was like big. It was, like look, you tuned into even though the product was kind of right, you still tuned in on Monday after Mania to see who got the call up, right? And that Enzo Cass call up was phenomenal. Like the amount of over can't be overstated. They were stupid over.
And then they like did nothing with them.
They did the same thing for the next 6 months, and that was about it.
Remember when they brought up the Ascension and they had them like cutting vignettes every week? We're better than the Road Warriors. We're better than the Rock. Like just saying they're better than every historic tag team ever. And then they just kept getting jobbed out. Like every week.
Okay. All right. Here's something fun we can end on then, boys. What was your favorite failed call-up? Like the call-up that should have been fantastic, somebody that was outstanding in NXT that just didn't work. The Ascension's a great one to throw in there, Give me some of your favorites.
I don't know if I would say this was a favorite. I would definitely say this was the most bungled call-up of all time. It's notable? FTR. It's FTR and it's not even close.
Uzi Hot. Jamie saw Uzi Hot.
I was there for it. I was there for Uzi Hot.
Hey, greatest tag team of all time. Go drag your ass across the ring like a dog because the Usos put Icy Hot in your jockstrap. Like, what are we doing here?
Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain was so ridiculously dominant and just amazingly cool in NXT. They were just so good. And then you got to the main roster and it's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, well, so Authors of Pain got carried in NXT by a bunch of former indie guys that will make magic with anybody. And then they got to the main roster where people that have been making big WWE paychecks forever and like never went up through the indies were like, yeah, we're not going to do anything to make you look
No,
good.
I get that, but I loved Authors of Pain.
I mean, you could definitely say Adam Cole. But
did he technically get called up?
That's the biggest fumble because he never did. And he was like the man down there. I mean, you could say Andrade.
Andrade definitely would be one, yeah.
I mean, hell, you can even say Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Because he got released.
Yeah, but Aleister Black did some stuff on the main roster for a while before getting released.
Yeah. And I would say, John Gargano, because if you think what he's currently doing, the whole Depresso Gargano thing is just.
But he's been on the main roster for a couple of years now.
He's been there for a while, and he did have some good runs. They did reignite DIY when Tommaso was still there and gave him a title run, and that was so. I wouldn't go that far. Still kills me he doesn't have Rebel Heart anymore, or old school Rebel Heart as his entrance. That was one of the best entrances I've ever.
You know who's right behind FTR in the most botched call-ups ever? Shayna Baszler.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Shayna Baszler in NXT was a fucking menace. And then, like, just nothing on the main roster.
Yeah.
They tagged her with Nia Jax for a while. I think that was like all they ever really had her do.
Well, and then they brought her in too because of the old association with Ronda Rousey and the Four Horsewomen. And they brought that's what Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke, right? You know,
I guess while we're on the topic, Athena as well. Didn't Athena get a call up for a little while before she got let go?
Yeah, Ember Moon, 100%. Yep. I was thinking about that one, and then remember that Lars Sullivan guy?
Oh, wait, wasn't Lars Sullivan in the 6-way ladder match?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
One of my favorite matches of all time. Yeah. Lars Sullivan was in it. And he got called up. And
what was the Adam Cole line? It was if I'm remembering the promo correctly, it was like around that time. He was like, when they want you to look good, they do this, this, this. When they want me to look good, they just ring the damn bell.
Well, that was against Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. That's okay.
Yeah, you got the girl, you got the entrance, you got all this stuff, you got the music, all this stuff to make you look good. You know what they do to make me look good? They ring the damn bell.
It's what an all-time banger of a line.
Fucking yeah, love it. So great.
I'm trying to think. We already said the Ascension.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how over Simon Gotch and Aiden English were?
Yeah, the Vaudevillains.
Oh, the Vaudevillains. Yeah.
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross by far. Absolutely.
But, like, did anyone really think he was going to be good on the main roster?
I think everybody thought that Scarlett was going to carry him.
I mean, for what it's worth, being completely honest with everybody out there, Karrion Kross NXT was not that great. The entrance, and to Adam Cole's point, he nailed it, right? Entrance, everything, all that looked cool and all that stuff, right? But that's all he was at NXT. He was nowhere near as good as what he was when he was in TNA or Impact at the time as a wrestler.
It's Killer Kross.
I think it's almost unfortunate for him that if he was a couple of years younger and came into NXT like 2 years later, I think it would have been better. But unfortunately, he had to show up when you still had Adam Cole and a bunch of other really good wrestlers there. Yeah.
I mean, Ricochet on the main roster, let's be honest.
He did okay. I mean, he had a couple titles.
He did okay, but yeah. Swerve, they definitely. I mean, I have WWE friends to this day that lament about it. How they butchered Swerve.
When you mentioned Swerve, it immediately up there with FTR and Shayna Baszler, Keith Lee,
who basically all his friends just recently said that he's pretty much retired.
Yeah. Yep. Which I
medically retired.
But they had him. I think as NXT champion at the time, he was in the Survivor Series match. They had him powerbombing Roman Reigns. They had him and Brock in the Rumble, like all these big moments over his shit. And then like, we're going to put you in a singlet and call you Bearcat. And you're going to be useless until you quit.
The most Vince McMahon move ever.
So bad, dude.
Good time.
Yeah. Poor Keith Lee. And he got divorced from EAM.
Oh, he did? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see that. That sucks. That's too bad.
It does suck.
Well, that's a way to end the show. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yes, more stuff coming. Again, the card for itself for SummerSlam, it looks good. It's good. Am I excited about Hell in a Cell with Oba Brock 3? No. But there's some good stuff on there. And yes, I know we just saw Liv versus EO, but it's not gonna be bad. Liv, EO, you got honest to God, Roman, Seth. I can always get up for that. Let's go. Right. We'll see what happens. So we got Redemption, week and a half. Week later, we have SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Belt's going to be moving all over the place. Just saying.
Staying here always for life. That's where it's staying.
We'll see about that. I still can't wait for you to make the turn, Austin. It's going to be so good.
So you keep talking about it, and we all know it's not going to happen because you know what? Austin likes winning. And you know where the win happens? Over on this side.
I mean, scoreboard.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm saying you do know this man and his history, right? He is going to turn on you.
But
it is a foregone conclusion.
Speaking of Austin Reddick liking winning, we are 6 weeks out from the return of the Total Spotfest Fantasy Football League.
Yes, we are.
And I'll once again be doing a lot of winning. I'm pretty sure I have one more regular season games than anyone else in the league.
There's a caveat there. The words regular season. Still no champions on this day as here, including.
I think that's going to change this year. I think one of us will take it home. I do.
You think so?
I do.
Oh.
I hope so. For the love of God, I hope so.
We shall see. If you listening or watching, you want to get in on this, BJ, you want to get in? Anybody there on TikTok, you want to get in? Give us a holler. Give us a DM. Give us a message. Go to our wherever. Find us on the internet at Total Spotfest. Send a message over to Jamie.
Even Blue Sky.
And
that was a thing for like a month.
I think we still have. Is that still active?
It's still active, and people are still on it.
I have no idea.
Our profile's still active over there. I have no idea.
Yeah, we still have a profile.
Okay, cool. Right. So send us a message. Like I said, we're not going to make it stupid, massive, huge, right? But we definitely got some We got some wrestlers that join us, right? Austin's beautiful wife gets in there and picks a bunch of bears and eagles. So there's always that.
We do.
Oh yeah, she does.
I miss the Heidi Howitzer just random drop in.
I know. You need to put. Well, she's in bed by the time we do this.
We have a 10-week-old dachshund puppy that she is corralling while I do the show. So there's not incessant yapping right outside the door. So like once he grows up a little bit and he'll just chill, I'm sure she'll do a drive-by at some point in time.
Yeah, we'll get a little Heidi Howitzer, but if you want to join us in and granted, nobody involved, bragging rights. Last year the winner also got to join us in picking a pay-per-view, so you get to hop on this pry the gold away from Jamie and his stupid FWO's hands,
I'm the current champion. First of all, let's not get that twisted.
And you don't even have the belt. You don't even have the belt. I mean, I'm just saying. This is
I don't have to carry the belt. That's what my wise man's for.
I'm a very wise man.
Sure. But no, if you do want to get involved, we do stupid things too. Like, and we're going to make it even more stupid this year. Like last year we did double quarterbacks, a defensive player, points were like all over the place. Right. So like one time you had like we were well over 200 points all the time. Right. I remember some defenders, certain players, certain weeks would get you like 50 points or something stupid.
I think this year we need to work on more penalties. So like, I think a kicker misses an extra point, I say we bring back the kicker.
Oh, bringing back kickers.
And if they miss the extra point, it's negative 10 points.
Okay.
Negative 10 for a missed extra point.
For a missed extra point. And then negative 3 if they miss a regular one. If it's over 50, then it's nothing.
Hear me out. If we're gonna do that route, let's get even stupider with it. Let's remove one of the offensive players, like single running back sort of stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want all the points. I don't know. Or maybe we add like a third running back. That'd be really tough.
Like 3 running backs, 2 receivers.
3 running backs, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 2 quarterbacks.
Gotta have a defensive player.
We want to get to 250 points scored every week.
I'm saying
you got to have a defensive player for sure. That was
100%
fun.
have to have at least one defensive player. Maybe
Anyway.
go 2. Maybe we go 2 defensive players this year.
Ooh, that'd be fantastic.
And then we expand our benches a little bit too. To take,
like I said, we're getting stupid with it. So if you want to join us, we're about 6 weeks out here. Usually around Labor Day, we do our draft and stuff. So if you want to get in, just send us a message. We would definitely love to have you. It is good fun. Again,
we might do this one live again. You want to do it live again? That was fun last time we did it live.
Yeah, we can do that on like a Sunday. You know, the Labor Day weekend's that Sunday. As long as you guys are both available, we can figure that out.
I should hopefully
be a good time.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but anyway, we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channels to go home for redemption. If this is your first time visiting, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please give us a follow, a like, hit that thumbs up, give us a tap on the screen. And once again, TikTok, we got closer. We got what 18,000. We get to 25. Jamie's gonna do a bump of W from our sponsor. W. Go to W.GG. Use the code Toto Spotfest. Get yourself 10% off some Blue Raz. You got new shakers over there that they got. Please go support our sponsor. And thank you guys for giving us some of your time. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down Toto Spotfest, I got 5 words for you. Just stop, Jericho. Just stop.
All right, guys. Paymaker out. See you next week.
Peace.
Later.